Okay. Live stream has begun. Another Mario Kart live stream on this fine day. Banger music playing. I should announce this in 1 second. Anyone who's coming from the notification, I'm gonna miss you, but I'll see you in a second. Okay, I've now edit. What's up, Bill Dangoon? I didn't realize this until it was too late, but yesterday, I guess today in some parts of the world, but yesterday as in Sunday, was Crocodile Day. I did not know. I'll have to put it in my calendar so I know next year about Salamander Day. That's not Salamander Day, Crocodile Day. Salamander Day next month. Or Giant Salamander Day next month. And I'm happy to announce that today I have got a draft of the Honorable Mentions pack. This is something I did for Midnight 1, and it's something I've always intended to do for Midnight 2, but I just, you know, wasn't really doing it as I was working on it. It was meant I had to go back through all of my notes and find out what everything scored. But I got everything now. This stream will be me beginning to test it. There's a lot of tracks. I don't know if I can get through. I'm gonna play through 200cc GPs. And we'll just kind of see how that goes. Awesome fish, Kazakura. So yeah, basically, if anyone didn't see the Midnight 1 Honorable Mentions pack, I don't think I ever made a video on it. I just kind of dropped it. These are the tracks that, like, because the point of Mario Kart Midnight is for the tracks to be voted on by the community, and whichever ones score high on average get added to the pack. So the Honorable Mentions pack are for tracks that still scored high, but not as high as the arbitrary threshold that I set to get into Midnight 2. So to get into Midnight 2, a track needed to score on average 3.5 out of 5. So, you know, on average, people had to like it or love it. The honorable mentions are tracks that scored 3 out of 5 to 3.49. So they're still liked more than disliked. There's a couple that scored 2.95 just to fill out the remaining space in the cups because they were like an odd number. Yeah, I'm just gonna play through. There's about like 40-ish cups, 45-ish cups. So I'm just gonna play through and test, make sure everything's working, make sure nothing crashes. And I've got the Midnight 2 music pack, which I haven't released yet, because I don't think I've released it. The plan is to release it alongside it. But I don't want to add custom music to every track for this. Too much work. In terms of the track order, didn't really put that much work into it. It's kind of like a hybrid between score order and alphabetical order. And also I just moved things around randomly as well. It is very Maple Treeway coded. And I made this on the same old version of Pulsar that Midnight 2 was built on, so I could use the same code edits. So it should still have the like brake drifting and stuff like that. This one's fun, but it's like, I forgot I'm playing 200cc right now. But I feel like if this is what it was like on 150cc, this would have been like really good. The funny thing about like, okay, Rainbow Rage right away. The funny thing about community voted tracks is like, there's multiple tracks in here where if I was just picking them straight up, they would have made the final product for sure. The idea was I'd play 200cc to speed this up, but how much it's actually going to speed it up is worth questioning. Okay, if I jump over the boost pad, it's alright. Big message from Kodakura. I will read that now. You remember my Cooper Air track from First Come First Serve? Tracks should hopefully be finished soon. Oh yes, you did. You mentioned you were working on that. That's awesome. I need to figure out how to like implement that into Pulsar so I can have it ready for testing packs. Because when I work through 2026, I'm gonna be needing that. I think there's a guide on how to add it to Pulsar on the page for the conditional out of bounds. Oh, sorry, the conditional object, whatever the fuck, whatever the route changing thing code is on the wiki. So I'll have to have a look at that. It's not hard, you just have to download the files and put them in the race folder. Okay. It's just a case of remembering to do that. Whenever I make a Pulsar pack. Mira, have you played Insane Kart Wii? I've played Insane Kart Wii a couple of times. We did the mission mode last year, and I did a main channel video on it. Insane Kart Wii, I love it. I love the idea of it, but it doesn't appeal to me as much because I've already played. I already like play all the custom tracks. But if you aren't like in the community, it's fantastic for just having thousands and thousands at your fingertips to just like explore. That circuit. Yeah, no, I like Insane Kart Wii. I like the concept of Insane Kart Wii. Am I going the right way? Okay, I saw Baby Mario following me. I'm going the right way, probably. So what's Pulsar engine folder? Gotcha, gotcha. This way? Okay. Hey, Adam. There's a second way, wasn't there? Yeah, like this, and then you go up. Ooh. Pretty quick. Looks like there's another way as well. How you doing? I'm not too bad, thanks. How you doing? See, you're cool. They're not. Are they called earrings if they're not rings? saw you. I saw your ear decor. It's so Toadette coded. I know, right? Eh. Other plans to do other CT like CT showcase like series in the future with other YouTubers? Yes, there are. I have a tentative yes from Skitty Bitty, and I would like to do more with other people as well. Piercings or studs? Gotcha. Funny Minecraft track. Doing one with Skitty Bitty and like a definite yes, but it's like a we've spoken of it. Like a Zelda CT showcase. I also would like to find a Mario 64 speedrunner to do Mario 64 track remakes. I've been thinking of trying to get in contact with Suiji, see if he'd be down, because I know he's pretty easy to contact. I saw the Cheap Cheap Beach remake that Diego posted. It looks amazing. Oh yeah, we don't have quite everything, do we? We'll just make the better. Simple Flips is easy to contact. It's just Simple Flips is a little. He'd had a couple of controversies. I don't know. In a theory, I'd like to work with them, but I think that there's people in my circle who might respect me less if I do so. I'm easy to contact. Are you a Mario 64 speedrunner leader? I thought more of you than that. Right, because Galaxy Coliseum final lap. But I don't think you need to do that, Impulsor. Okay, I need to make sure I remove that from the music. That's very funny. Demons I am. Interesting. So creative with people able to make Mario Kart with nothing. No, I absolutely agree. This community is awesome. Alternate music is weird, because I try to avoid using it for, like, you know, copyright reasons, because material is pretty strict. But sometimes you can just use it and, like, there's no trouble. Like, I had this in my, like, music pack for such a long time, and it was never a problem. Although we'll see. I guess if if the stream gets claimed, then I'll replace it with a different song for the music track. I think Sebastian had been laughing at a Deltarune fan on Twitter. What does that mean? As in, like, he doesn't know how to read? Or like he's pretending to like. I'm not sure if he likes it. He's obviously very passionate about its copyright. Doesn't know much about it. I mean, sure. I don't know that much about it. He's probably just a very casual fan. A very casual fan and a very uncasual, a competitive businessman. Yeah, I did see there was a big update to this year. That is weird because I'm so far behind when I was like putting this together. I had to make sure I was downloading old versions. You know, I had to make sure, like, no, I need to. This needs to be where the track was at in 2023. But yeah, I did see there was like a newer version of a lot of tracks in here that I haven't played. Later version's much better. I look forward to it if I haven't played it. If I've forgotten about it. When are we going to see a shape in the honorable mention? I don't think a shape scored highly enough, unfortunately. I think some good tracks are in here. If I remember correctly. I don't know, I've been doing a lot of Midnight stuff today. So my memory of what spreadsheets I've been editing may be murky. This version's great. Like, you may be seeing this and you're like, why the hell did this not get into Midnight 2? And what I need to tell you is I'm playing on 200cc right now. So, the fact it didn't look like it is probably the reason. But I mean, it's very pretty. And very well done otherwise. Whoa! This is the big I believe this is the Diego Rappy version, although it's an older version. It's where it was at the end of 2023. Almost freezing circuit. Hello. Couldn't have guessed it was 200, yeah. Oh shit. Hello, Goomba. But the only version was speed good. No shot any Sonic track is making it. Well, you were making tracks in 2023, right? Wait, there's no... Did I... Did I download the wrong version? Because obviously we can't really be using that. Let me have a look. Download the wrong version. Okay, I downloaded the beta one because there is a more updated one, but it said it was in 2024. And it's like, seemed like a pretty major update, but I guess I probably pulled it anyway. Maybe I was playing catch up. I guess I'll just whatever. Let me download this. Almost freezing circuit. Alright, that'll be in the... Just writing a note. Writing a note for myself here. Oh, what are 2 instances of Notepad open? Okay, craft the limit. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I think there might be a couple in here that I haven't played just because they're like food tracks that I skipped when I was playing through. Otherwise, it's mainly going to be nice, you know, go down memory lane and making sure the tracks work. Which I think is more than I did for Midnight 1 honorable mentions. Add it to my to-do list to update that. Very cool, okay. Red Shell Cup. Desert Oasis. Oh yeah, there's gonna be, because 2023, there's gonna be a lot of tracks that just appeared one day on the wiki, huh? They just spawned one day. Crazy. Okay. There's a track of solid, there's none in the yeah. Very green. It was very green. I like that inside item box with the fast spinning propeller. I think that's fun. Track on track. Dream Core track. I do like generally a lot of these I'm like remembering more. Whoa, what the hell? Don't remember that bit. I remember elements of this. Ah, yes. Kinda missing lightning. Probably been multiple years behind, and I don't know who's actually still in the community. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that turn. We're coming back, come in. This is awesome. Being the end of 200cc lounge of not a great start. Ah, I was gonna say like, oh, it sounds like a great start. 200cc lounge though. Okay, yeah, maybe 200. Well, I don't know. It's like a subsection of lounge. Maybe you didn't have the same reputation. That turn is actually so cool. So 3 minutes on 200cc is kind of crazy. Honestly, the amount of time it takes is probably the reason that one didn't get in. I did see Troy play TTB Classic. Funny timing, because me and Musty are going to be playing it soon. Probably within the next 2 weeks, realistically. Assuming he's still down, of course. Oh my god, Kozakura mentioned? I'll definitely be watching that. It'll be very nostalgic for me as well. Although part of me is like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep my nostalgia for when I'm playing with Musty. Oh yeah, the Kiwi game. 2 players, so I can force Tyler to play. I'd like to force Tyler to play, but that's why I feel like Tyler's so busy all the time. Whenever I finally get to speak to him, I'd like, I don't know. I just want to chill. I'm waiting for Tyler to be free because we're gonna film a members only video as well. Yeah, Adam sent me a Kiwi game. Yo, what's up, Desami? You are called Kart. Playing overhauling this track be somewhat similar, but the visuals and gameplay would be better. Cool. I'm enjoying playing this right now. Political campaigning ad, a Raid Shadow Legends ad, and a gambling ad all in a row. That's excellent. Forcing demons to play CTP Classic. He's not avoiding it like he's been avoiding Midnight 2. Very rude. On a few days. Oh, gotcha. That seems Mario Circuit. What? It's fun. It's funny because these aren't alphabetical, but they're just kind of in a general, vague score order. Like not really, but a little bit. Whereas usually I do difficulty order and vague difficulty order, length, like I actually put effort into the cups and the midnights. So it is funny to end. I mean, I guess it's not unheard of to end on a Mario circuit, but I wouldn't do it today. Yo, you got enough pipes there? Persona music. Speaking of Persona, I was like half tempted to start Persona 5 today. Didn't end up doing it. Mainly because I couldn't be bothered. I've got my PS5 plugged in to play to stream Astro Bot soon, and I couldn't be bothered to unplug it. And I know the Switch is portable, but like, I don't know. I want it on my monitor. Robert Circuit 7. The name sounds familiar, so there's a decent chance I've played it. But I can't say I remember it. I'm also excited for it. I've just been in a bit of a slump. Bit of a can't say for sure ADHD yet because undiagnosed and on a waiting list for 2 years, but it's likely to be ADHD slump. Struggling with focus. New Kart is less dead than Book of Mero. It's tough, man. I need to hire someone to help me with it. F-Verb occasionally does it whenever I'm like ahead on videos. Okay. Like another. I've been thinking about that. Like another 2D Mario Kart would be really interesting. I think that genuinely, I think there's a non-zero chance we get a new 2D Mario Kart in the Switch 2 generation. And I mean that for real. A new 2D Mario Kart with with one F-Zero track. And that's all F-Zero fans are getting for the next 15 years. Oh yeah, the floating cow. Do we have World? Yeah. It just seems like the, you know, Nintendo retro pandering that they would do. Neurodivergent. Well, that's not set in stone either, but considering how many hours I spend on spreadsheets every day, there's, you know, it's not, you know, I'm not gonna make the call, but yeah, I can finally finish XXL. Super Mario Kart 99, that would be boring. That would be boring. I'm saying as someone who hasn't played F-Zero 99. But yeah, Overlook Mountain's really good. Where's that picnic road? No, it's Overlook Mountain. Okay. That's true, just they added Nintendo music. That's what we need. Oh yeah, I always forget that's off-road. New Ice Climber or new Classic Kid Icarus? I haven't played either game. Okay, I haven't played either game series, so I don't really have an opinion. I think I would rather a new Ice Climbers, because Musty likes Kid Icarus, and I want to annoy him. Oh yeah, Iggy's tracks nowadays are like absolutely incredible. I mean, adult tracks were still like pretty fun. Eh. He's responsible for like 90% of the Mario Kart World remakes. Oops. Can you do a big reveal when you get your ADHD or lack of ADHD? Sure. I guess. I mean, I probably won't be that big of a big of a reveal, but I will mention it. Speaking of Koopling, my friend Sukibon saw the Wonder designs for Koopling for the first time today. She sent me a voice message of her reacting to a YouTube short with all of them. I would consider some of the recent rewind slop. Interesting. Very interesting. This turned out well. I didn't add any custom track specific music, but like Factory ended up over the slot, so it worked out. If I was to define rewind slop, which I personally, I don't know if I would necessarily be using that term myself. I like to give a bit more respect to the CT community, but I would define rewind slop as tracks that were hastily made for Retro Rewind after a previous version was pulled. But I agree. I think it's kind of rude and unnecessary. I'm pretty sure this came out before Mech Factory. It's a little funny. But anything but AI slop feels wrong to me. What about heterosexual people? I like the term het slop. Okay, not heterosexual people, but like heterosexual like relationships in like media. Like, let's have a random romance subplot for no reason. That het slop. Well, I guess it's also romance slop, but het slop sounds cooler. Big Fun Adventure Rewind, most of the track are made by like 4 people, which isn't good. Sure. Well, the thing is, a lot of the custom track community kind of don't get on with DPL, which has led to them pulling their tracks, which is why there's a lot less creative diversity. I do agree. Ideally, it would represent a larger amount of people, but a large amount of people don't want to be represented, unfortunately. Which is kind of another reason why I realized maybe the idea that Midnight doesn't exist because doesn't need it to exist because Retro Rewind is doing well is maybe a faulty conclusion of mine. Any example of homo slop? Any... I'm sure some Undertale fan games have homo slop. Something so lazy that it's like, alright guys, we get it. Alternative to shovelware is Wii slop. Well, it's got to be on the Wii, but yeah, sure. No, I like shovelware. Unfinished update of the track and never finished? Oh, I was expecting an unfinished one that you did finish. Sorry. It's so rude. So rude, and for what? Plant slop. What are your top 5 slops, chat? I mean, I honestly I don't use AI slop that much, which is weird. I think it's just like, I think because I like slop as like kind of like an insult. And the way it's kind of become more of a descriptor. I don't know, it feels weird to me. It's not a bad thing at all. I encourage it, but I don't know. Mr. Beast inspired slop, okay, that's... You could have just said Beast slop. Beastification is already a thing too, which I think sounds cooler. 2 out of 5. What the fuck? 2.0 slop because no one knew how to decorate in a while. I mean... Sure? I don't know. I can't imagine most people know how to decorate in anything with a level editor. Quality slop? I don't know if I'm buying that one. AI slop, sure. Political slop, sure. Slops to her, sure. Unreal Engines. Unreal Engine slop, that's pretty good. I think that one works. I think Nintendo Hire This Man is already kind of like the same thing, and it sounds cooler, but that one's okay. I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. Whoa. So tired of the word slop, been overused, it barely has any meaning anymore. I mean, that's just what happened. It's kind of how a word work. How etymology is and all that. There will always be new words, and they will always be overused. Goona slop's good. I also like the term. It's pretty good. You're a Toho Lopper? I'm not a Lopper, I'm not pretending. I don't know anything about it. I have a couple of songs from it in Midnight because people requested them. If anything, I'm a Mario Kart Wii Lopper because I don't actually mod this game. Well, I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. And there's some songs from over an old Troy videos. Sure. Oh, that's how you do that. In my Zero Thoughts slop list, Mirror slop? No one has ever said this. Late night slop? Oh, like Jimmy Fallon? Taskmaster slop? Dropout slop? Podcast? You're right, you didn't put anything under these. These all suck. So, second monitor slop is really good. Okay, actually, podcast slop is pretty good. I've changed my mind. Yeah, Mura and Musti podcast would never be podcast slop. I don't know, it might be. Can't think of anything that isn't something bad, sure. There was stuff I watched the second one to slop and it should. Oh. Oh, whoa, was that good? What I wanted to happen? No, definitely not. Let's find somewhere to fall off. Yeah, is there nowhere to fall off? Do you have a remix slop? I don't know if slop would be a good descriptor for that. For like people's art. No, I'm not super down for that. Okay, here's what we can do. We can do this. I think this is a 200cc moment. And that's why I'm overshooting it. Yeah, I think I skipped this one because I assumed it would be food themed, and it is clearly food themed, but it's not really bothering me, to be honest. Shit. Is this a... No, okay, that's just weird. React slop is good. Okay. shit. Grifter slot, sure, I'm sure that has its uses. I would just say grift slop, shorten it a little bit. There's a blooper. Finally. Okay, stock up. Stream slop, as in like movies and stuff. Maybe. I guess one could say like Beast games are like a stream slop. No copyright slop. That's a little funny. I'm a fan of drama slop when it isn't about someone I watch. This is true. Or if it's someone I watch, like absolutely dunking on someone in a way that like hasn't bothered them too much. Or if it has bothered them, it has to be like, you know, like if it's something that's affected them, like if they get a slam dunk, I'll at least feel happy for them, you know? A whole lot of funny, really unfunny stand-up slop. Crowd slop. Inconsequential drama. It's tough. Sometimes I do like some petty drama, but a lot of the people who cover drama are so annoying. Like sometimes, you know, I want to listen to some, like I'm interested in whatever the newest petty YouTube drama is. But half the time you go on the person's channel and half of the content is about like how trans people suck or whatever. But otherwise, it would be such good second monitor content. It wouldn't be bad first monitor content, to be honest. But I like. If I'm like in a emotional state where I can handle it, a like 5-hour the right opinion video on second monitor while I'm working is great. Interview slop. Talk slop sounds better. Nerd slop. Yap slop. What's up, not shy guy? We want to explore up here. Have a bit of fun, you know? Weird. That was long. Again, I'm playing on 200cc. That is a long track. Bowser's Dank Raven could be slop. No, because that's... Bowser's Dank Raven isn't slop. It's like... It's a shitpost, you know? I think that's a distinction there. Uber race and World Cup peak. Oh my god, so true. Focus slop. I don't think I ever noticed these candy cane trees. They're very cool. Catch for Life retro tracks are always insanely creative. I want to hack the Switch too. I need to make do World CT. It's so good. Live action slop. Real. I'm feeling a little slopped out, not gonna lie. I feel like we've had a detailed slop discussion. You want to change Slopic? Yeah. Oh, let's go. We have a SNES Ghost Valley 2 Valley. What kind of gem? Are there? I feel like there aren't that many types of gems. I mean, other than like, you know, diamond, emerald, you know, but like, you know, the gem posting. There's hidden indie gems. Fafina Slavio, what's up, Fafina? Underrated gem. Sure. Oh, we've exhausted all the gems, huh? Mirror hasn't watched it. That's true. I haven't watched Steven Universe. You learn about the gems? Gotcha. Actually, there's Gemini, isn't there? That's a gem. There's a gem, and then, there's popular MMOs' ex-girlfriend. Kind of. Oh, why did I have number 3 first? That's not right. Best Mario ticket. Get in the wrong. Whatever. This should be number 1. Yeah, I'd love to know how Mario Kart World works. There could be a lot of rhymey videos on that get taken down. Yeah, BFT. I'm not super interested in that topic, but I will allow 5 BFDI posts. What are your thoughts on X Money, the credit? I've not heard of this. I'm sure it's shit, and I don't trust it. A credit card? Wait, it gives you a credit card with your Twitter handle? Okay, that's a little bit funny. X and Money are both BFDI characters. I love X, but Money is kind of annoying. Alright, we need to crop out the first half of that message and then post you. Thoughts on Marina? I like Marina a lot. In terms of like Splatoon idols, Shiva's my favorite. And then I feel like a connection with Pearl because like I know Kochu like liked Pearl when Splatoon 2 was new. Like I feel like I've consumed a lot of Pearl content. But I like Marina a lot. Cause through various methods of consuming Shiva artwork, I've seen Marina in a lot of them, and she seems pretty cool. She gives similar gender envy. So I think Marina is a potential second place. And then past that, I think maybe Fry, then Pearl, then unfortunately I don't really know either of the ones from 1. Callie and Mari, I think their names are. I don't even know which is which, but I like them. But I don't really know. I say about them as if I know anything about any of them. But like, I haven't experienced the world of Callie and Mari. Mario's green, Callie's pink. Miro's a Splatoon lore expert. I've seen the cutscenes in Splatoon 3. Because I watched them with Kochu after deciding I probably wouldn't play the game. I don't remember like all of what I saw, but I remember the final boss. And I remember bits and pieces of Deepika being cool. Marie, Marina, Shiva, Fry, Pearl, Callie, Big Man. Oh yeah, Big Man I guess can. Big Man's tough. I like Big Man a lot. My only you know, my only connection to a lot of the Splatoon characters is you know, images that Nintendo staff may not approve of. And Big Man's too wholesome. I don't like when he shows up in them because it's like, nah, dude, he's too wholesome. I like him a lot. It feels. I don't know where I'd rank him. Here on this stream, we assign women numerical values, but men, you know, men don't need to be ranked. He can't really stand up for himself that well. Aww, poor guy. Into character for Mario Sunshine is so true. You guys need to get me like a But maybe you should ask Coach here. Get me a bunch of Splatoon characters and get me to name them. Like, did I ask my grandmother to name all the Smash Bros. Characters? You guys should get me to do that for Splatoon characters. There's only 20 I don't know. I don't think I know 20 characters. I know, like... I know the idols. Mari and Kali, I think I know which way around, because I was told 5 minutes ago, but I've already forgotten and I will forget again. There's agents of various numbers. I want to say 4 and 7. We do need Splatoon customers. I don't think there's really that many. I know there's the one, like, Splatoon port that is not serious. I don't know if there's any, like, serious Splatoon-themed tracks. Not, like, texture hacks. Can you show us Sylveon? I don't have my Sylveon to hand right now. I think, to be honest, I don't see her. I know roughly where she is, but I don't... Yeah. Yeah, there's Humpback Pump track for 8 Deluxe. There might be another Splatoon track for 8 Deluxe, but it's escaping me right now. Oh, Sydney Sprint. Sydney Sprint R, I played you recently. So I believe you're in the current Mario Kart Tour rotation. I have Giratina. A lot of my plushies are not easily accessible from here. They're in this room, but they're in like a net on top of my bed. There's a lot in there. I mean, the game have single player, even if it's not the main focus. They seem to be like decently sized. Is Kiwi Kiwi is nearby. I usually keep at least one Kiwi on the bed. Whale said ho today. Waylord! Hanging around with Clodside. I'm not sure. He hadn't said ho. He might be asleep. No fairness. Today it only just begun. In this time zone, so. Water Cannons, Bear, Octa Valley. Don't know what either of them are. So. I have no thoughts on this topic. This didn't work so well on 200cc. Whoa, there's like a thing. Wait, that's kind of cool. Mira, without knowing any context from the game, would you vote team past, present, or future? Well, first of all, the answer is whichever one Shiva was. Second, I don't know which one Shiva was, so I'm going to... But I feel like the order that they normally do is Shiva, Fry, Big Man, so I'm going to guess past. Failing that, if it's not like a particular order, and I actually have to pick my actual opinion, then present. Shiva with future? Alright, that's my pick. Shiva with future. Okay, so none of the ones I picked. And she's so... You know what? I've changed... You know what? Maybe she would riot. Callie Murray. Oh, interesting. Like the... It's like a teams thing. Yeah, cool. Which game was it that had the toilet roll starting at the back or toilet roll starting at the front? Tune 2? That's awesome. The fuck? And this says back alive? I don't really put much thought into it. I feel like back is the answer though, because I mean, it depends on where it's placed in your room, but at least for me, like, there's more probability of me, like, splashing it a little bit, like, when I come out of the shower. And, like, only a little bit. And, like, if a little bit touches, like, the main roll, then who cares, right? But, like, if it touches, like, the bit that's hanging down, that's quite thin. Like, I have to take that off now. I don't really care about the patterns for toilet paper. If I cared about patterns, I'd be Nintendo's biggest supporter. And Powerworld's biggest hater. I don't usually say ho back to Wayla, I usually just say hello. Sometimes I say ho to him. Would you ever play Splatoon raid? So the answer was originally no. I did play Splatoon 1, it's just not really my thing. And I played a demo for 2. Same story. Splatoon Raiders, it was a definite no. It's now a tentative yes, because, and I'm gonna be honest, I watched Kochu play it, and I let a lot of shiver. Also, there seems to be... I only watched a little bit. I stopped watching now that I think there's a chance I might play it. I saw, like, you can have, like, a companion. You can, like, pick one of the 3 to be a companion, and they help you. And I like the idea of, like, okay, if I'm really stuck, then Shiva can just do it for me. Shiva is not a slop. I reject this idea. I do like that it's called Tourist difficulty. I think that's funny. I will be using that if I do play it. Let's talk about cute fluffy things. What do you think of red pandas? They're nice. I don't have many thoughts on any particular types of pandas, but pandas in general, they seem pretty neat. Does this count? Ow. Fry is quite a slop. Was Idle and Deep Cut. Was Ink Colors the 3. She's just a pisser. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know how to, I'm sure you did. Shiva had freeze, which is busted status. Yeah, Shiva would. Shiva seems like she'd give people busted status. Song name? It's a remix of Hateno Village Breath of the Wild. Don't remember which one off the top of my head, but it's used in Dragon's Den in Midnight 2, so you can find the link on the Midnight 2 wiki page if you look for Dragon's Den on there. Never not gonna be funny. See you, Luna. How many of these custom beer STMs do you have? Definitely over 1,000. Probably more. I have a pretty outdated BRSTM archive on my wiki page where people are able to download them and use them. I'm planning on updating it when Midnight 3 comes out. When? Yeah, when? I'm working on it again. The December tracks are in the voting phase right now. That was cool. Voting closes August 10th, so that's when I really need to look in. You should. There's only 3 votes at the moment, which I mean I can do an average with 3 votes, but it's not ideal. I'm trolling. I know, but I probably need to defend myself. I've actually made progress recently. Bit rate's gonna love this one. But specifically to make everything a tiebreaker, please don't do that. Please vote honestly, because if people are just meme voting, then that defeats the whole point of doing this. Midnight 3 is just 2024 track, yeah. I'm not upgrading the scope because then it'll just never come out. What's this track called? 3DS Rainbow Road, believe it or not. Oh, track song. DuckTales Moon Theme. The cover by the 8-bit Big Band. That's better than the 8 version. I think the 8 version does look good, but it suffers from not having much in the background. Hello, Mad Piano. The ADX road is really nice. Track is very hard on 200cc. 8-1 looks like a choppy CT that haven't had decent lighting with a few randomly scattered background objects and weird brightness for some reason. It's too blue. I think it looks really nice in 8-Elect. I think it's definitely one of the tracks that suffers from being a tool model the most. Because there's no background detail really. Like, at least a lot of the other ones have some background detail, even if it's not as much as base game 8. At least as far as I recall, though. Don't really get that in 3DS Rainbow Road. 8-Elect. I think it looks pretty. The track itself is just kind of badly done, but it looks pretty. Tool 1 also removed all the cool elevation. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think a potential cool Mario Kart video idea to do, which I would, again, part of me really wants to just like, oh, I'll work on that now, but no, I'm banned from new projects until the 3 midnights are all sorted. But, yeah, like what's the best looking version of each Mario Kart track? Is like a musical? It does look a bit like a musical now. Isn't there a song from Wario Stadium Retro Rewind? Shouldn't be. They're not allowed to use it. This is the Mario Kart Midnight 2 commissioned song. And I've asked them not to use Mario Kart Midnight music, so shouldn't be. But maybe it is. I'll have to check. Not that I don't like, you know, I'm not against the Retro Rewind team using stuff. It's just I kind of want the stand out as Midnight songs, you know? No, it's not drama at all. I just want Mario Kart Midnight songs to stand out as Mario Kart Midnight songs. It happened. It's happened before, where I've been like, "Hey, I asked you not to use this," and it's in, and Zebra was like, "Oop, my bad," and I was like, "It's okay. It's something you can swap it with." And he was like, "Okay, I'll change it," and then he did. Yo, it's the track I ported to 8 Deluxe, and then I think the only reason I didn't release it was the mini-map just wouldn't work for some reason. Made this remix, probably Pokestar. I just want the music to stand out for the work, not others. No hate. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just because we're I might lift that restriction in the future. I mean, like. The CT of all CTs. I just like it. I think it's fun. I recognize some of the textures as like being from Mario Kart 8, so I was like, oh, I could just, I could get them from Mario Kart 8, and the track, the track would look similar, and it would have, the appropriate normal maps and stuff. Yeah, and it's based on a city, which I thought was kind of, kind of fitting for BCP era. This track is another example of Midnight's community voting in full effect, because if it was just me picking the track, this would have been in no question. This was like, I love this one. Also because it didn't have any confusing elements that I don't know how to add. Do you have a favorite CT or not? I really like Banished Keep. I think that one's a tough one to dethrone for me. I like Shy Guy Lumberco, but I really do love a good Bowser's Castle track with a bunch of 90-degree turns everywhere. Oh, okay. So Banished Keep is still... Oh my god. This on 200cc is going to be someone... Yeah, Banished Keep is probably still my number one. Stroband's Dead Illusion is very good. This is the most Mario Kart 8 Wii U on CD of ever. Yeah. Honestly true. Someone uploaded Shy Guy Lumberco to Smash Custom Music, which I don't love, but it's fine, I guess. They put it in the Mario Kart Wii section, which felt weird, so I made a note to the admins, like, hey, it would probably make more sense. I was basically forced to get them to make a Mario Kart Midnight 2 section, and as a result, I might have to upload Mario Kart Midnight 2 music to Smash Custom Music before people upload worse versions. Like, and once I've done that, it's kind of out the bag. But yeah, one of the reasons why, like, I don't really want to, I kind of don't want it in Retro Rewind specifically. I don't mind as much if other people use it. It's because there's not much I can offer into like myself with Mario Kart Midnight. I can offer organizing everything and stuff, but in terms of like modding, I'm not a CT creator. I don't really mod this game. I don't really make my own stuff that much. But what I do have a very big passion for video game music, and I can use the money that I earn from YouTube to commission music for like certain like standout tracks. So you know, Retro Rewind is so much bigger than Midnight now that it's like I don't really want you know, I don't really want to pay. You know, some of these songs are like 200 bucks. You know, I get them, you know, professionally made. That I pay big money for them, so it's just like that's what I can offer for Mario Kart Midnight, which is why I don't really want them to just be put into Retro Rewind for free. You know, not saying people would have to pay me. It's just, you know, kind of a personal thing. It's not like the end of the world if like another person uses Midnight music. Like I haven't really said anywhere that you're not allowed to, and it's up to each individual person who made music what they want done with it. After all, like some Midnight music isn't even labeled as Midnight music. Like the Noble Demon did a remix of Peach Circuit from Super Circuit, and when I commissioned it, I was like, "Yo, could you do that?" Like, I kind of need this for my for Mario Kart Midnight, and they were like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." It's not uploaded as a Midnight song, and it's not mentioned as a Midnight song anywhere on the upload, but it is. Well, that's what it is. It's a commissioned Midnight song. You know, if other people use that, I can't really be mad, but you know. But I love I love this course. It doesn't play so well on 200, but what can you do? Similarly, there's a song I commissioned for defunct Mario Party Superstars mod that, since it never got used, I'm putting it in Midnight 3 and calling it a Midnight song. Even though it's from like 2020 or 2021, I guess, because that's when Superstars came out. Can't really think of someone. No, custom music is usually pretty pricey. Is it Wiggles Garden? It's not Wiggles Garden. I do know that song, but I haven't played Mario Party DS, so. Oh my god, I'm struggling. There's a Mario Party DS custom track, themed custom track somewhere in this honorable mentions pack. No, it's another Noble Demon song. It's Bowser Magma Mountain, Mario Party 1. A classic 2020 to 2021 impulse purchase. Oh yes, let's commission the music before starting work on the mod. Did that one go to waste? Oh yeah, OG Icebound, true. The bridge is so fucking funny. Well, oh no, the music's still great. Yeah, it's on Noble Demon's channel, and it's not there, you know, as like, you know, it's just that as Mario Party 1, as Magma Mountain. But I'm still gonna say it's part of the Midnight 3 soundtrack. Other than Dunsparce, I like him. I like that they've become the Dunsparce. I think that's funny. Only use AI. I wouldn't recommend using AI. I'm not gonna lie, when AI music was like becoming a thing, I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely part of me was like, oh, that's gonna be so useful. I can get this done and this done. It's gonna be so much easier. But you know, it's like, I don't think custom track creators would want to be represented by AI music. I don't think that would be particularly. Yeah, I don't love the use of AI music. I think it's interesting, and you know. Yeah, morals and all that. I felt the same way when AIR was new. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna be able to have like Mario renders for my thumbnails that other people aren't using. Make my thumbnail stand out more, but then you know obviously that's not what ended up happening. People very rightly pointed. The internet very rightly was not on board with AI art, and I soon caught on to the error of my excitement, and I did not use it. D&D course, you're too late, you missed it. What up, G-Flow? We mentioned Doug one time being too supportive, but he seemed to be a lot more opposed to it. Oh yeah, no, I think he's gotten... I know he's kind of changed his views on that quite a lot. Which is nice. I took a bit of a break from him. He seems to have become a bit more normal about it. Which is nice. Because like I'm like kind of with him in the sense of like when all this like AI technology was new, I still find it interesting. Like the idea of like forget doing it. I'm not gonna be doing it, but like the idea of like being able to like generate like video game remixes with AI, I think it's interesting. I think it's cool that that technology, like in theoretically, I think it's cool that technology exists. Obviously, in practice, there's not really any good to come from it, but like, just in theory, it is an interesting topic that leads to interesting results. Whenever like new like AI is used for new things, it's like obviously there's a big part of me that's like, oh god. But there's also a part of me that's like, this is interesting. I'm curious to like look at the things that have like been generated with it and like, you know, see what it's like able to do, what it's not able to do. I don't know, I just think it's interesting. Love the AI Minecraft thing from a while ago. Love the playable AI Minecraft. Oh, that was interesting. Not a good sign for the future, but it was interesting and funny. Like, there's software now, I believe. I saw him, I recommended. I saw someone did a video on it. Where you can do... type in a prompt and it makes you a game. And that's like, oh, okay, I don't love that that exists. I'm intrigued by it, though. Curious about your stance on the Wii compiled thing using AI. It didn't seem that bad. So... it's difficult. When it comes to AI with code, it's a little bit more nuanced in the sense that, like, coding, like, absolutely can be an art form. So the perspective, like, it's still not okay in coding, it totally makes sense. Also the sense that, like, you know, even if, you know, everything else, you know, still the environmental impact, all this, blah, 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 blah. So generally speaking, you know, AI bad, all that. My stance is still AI bad, but how bad is kind of like where I think the nuance is. A lot of programmers do use AI, but that's just kind of the reality. A lot of programming is trying to get things done quickly. You know, you have a task that you want to be done, and you want to get it done efficiently and quickly. So like, yeah, I think I saw like a meme from a developer that's just like, you know, like, oh no, the AI code is stolen. Meanwhile, the coders are like, it's all right, we steal all the time anyway. but like, I think one thing that I think I'd mentioned with vibe coding is like, oh, like, there's the risk that like the person making it won't know how the thing actually works, which I think is a valid concern to have, but I wouldn't be concerned about that until the thing's actually out and we see that impact. But if it works, then like, I don't know, I don't really care. I don't really care if Flumbus McChicken can tell me the specifics of how it works. Then, when it comes to it being like a recompilation of all things, I think that's an instance of like, again, like an instance of that's less insidious. It's not a decomp. I thought I didn't realize recomp and decomp were synonyms. I mean, they sound similar, but like, you know, it's not like the Mario 64 decompilation PC port where like they understand everything about it. Like a recompilation, you don't need to understand what's going on with a recompilation. It's just making it work natively. So in that sense, it sounds like the perfect job for AI, if there was to be a job for AI. So these are all reasons why I think it's nuanced, and it goes rather than complete evil to just kind of not good. I think, you know, other reasons why I think it's, you know, from why I just feel kind of air towards it rather than, oh no, this is a travesty, are like, you know, like it's a fan project. You know, like, I don't think one guy vibe coding or something is like the environmental impact we need to worry about. I think the main worry should be like on the corporations, in the same way that like we're not gonna like get mad at each other for like using a plastic straw, or like, you know, going on holiday using a plane, but we do get mad at celebrities for like relying on private jets and all that. But how do I say, these are not me saying like it's a good thing or it's not a bad thing. It's like just kind of explaining my stance on it, just various reasons why my stance on it is, oh, that's a bit of a shame, rather than, oh, that's awful, I'm boycotting this. That's kind of where I'm at. And, you know, I talked to a couple of other people like in the community about it. One person, NKW Cat, who's like, you know, very known for making awesome Mario Kart Wii mods, who was very against vibe coding. You know, she was telling me like, you know, in theory, this reasoning like makes sense, but like, you know, I guess it depends on the competency of the person behind the project. She didn't have very much confidence that the people behind it will know how to fix bugs or put the appropriate precautions in place for security to avoid, like, you know, big exploits that could lead to people putting malware on your computer if you use it. Like, like, you know, remote code execution stuff. So I think, like, that is would be my main concern as, like, a player. Because outside of, like, obviously, yeah, AI bad, for all the reasons that we know. But, like, as someone just playing it, my main concern would be, like, any security problems. And how good, like... Because, I mean, anything can have security problems, but, like... Do they know what they're doing? And does ChatGPT know what it's doing? I think that was the big thing that, like, MKW Cat told me that kind of, like, convinced me. That was like, oh, okay, maybe this is, like, a bit more of a big deal. Like, security stuff. Because sure, it might technically work, and, like, from a user perspective, it may be completely normal. And there may be, like, nothing noticeably wrong for it, but there may be, like, some more insidious bugs with it that are hard to fix. But yeah, it's nuanced. I'm not like... Yeah, I don't know. It's more... I do think with code it is more nuanced than with, like, art or music. That's not to say, like, coding can't be an art form. But yeah. Pretty much the same as you, it's just like it's a bit of a shame, yeah. Probably not gonna do that anyway. Yeah, I don't really see the need for it. Like, we have Dolphin. Like, if it theoretically is like one thing I'd like to see from either a recomp or a decomp is the ability to have Mario Kart Wii physics and have everything be essentially Mario Kart Wii, but have any limitations from the Wii removed. I want to be able to import a model from Mario Kart 8 without reducing its polygon count, and be able to drive around it with Mario Kart Wii physics. Or, like, even better, like, have Mario Kart 8, like, graphics, but still be driving around with Mario Kart Wii physics. That, like, if the recomp allows for that, which I don't know if it would, because if it's like not optimized super well. Only possible on decomp. See, it was explained to me that, like, that's something a recomp could potentially do, because you're not limited to the Wii's hardware or emulating the Wii's hardware. If it works natively on PC, you're, like, limited to your PC, right? It can't. Okay, well, rip. Okay. Otherwise, I guess I just don't see the point, and I'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. Yeah, it would be cool to, like, you know, port stuff and not have to care about the polygon count. Yeah, the Mario 64 Sonic Generations mod is cool. Or the Mario 64 in Minecraft. I mean, that's not really a polygon count thing, but, you know. It's gonna be open source? That's good. That's good. Oh, whoops. Xbox 360 and PS3 emulation on PC with do dog shit. Ah, gotcha. What are these guys around though? Yeah, emulator acts kind of like a virtual machine in that sense for sure. I completely forgot that was a Mount Yoshi remake until I was putting this together. Kinda cool. Wii emulation pretty much perfect, so yeah. The Mario Kart Wii recomp had a little, yeah. Like I assumed it was like maybe their intention was to make Retro Rewind easier to install, but like when I talked to ZPL about it, and he told me to like, he was like, nah, the recomp had no. He said the recomp didn't really have anything to do with them. It's just something that someone on the Retro Rewind team is doing, and is like supports Retro Rewind, but it's not like, you know, it's just something that is being made. And ZPL has nothing to do with it. I mean, I think he made a video on it, but like, you know what I mean. Like, he's not working on it. Drama around Retro Rewind is overblown. I'm not gonna. I don't want to speak for other people, really. Especially because I know I'm very. You know, a lot of people in this community raise their concern. I understand. I just, you know, I'm personally, I hope people in my community will not be mad about the fact that I do intend to keep helping out with custom music for Retro Rewind. And potentially supply more character voices. I am still friends with the DPL. And I will probably still play Retro Rewind when I have the time. Right now I'm too busy though. But I don't want to diminish anyone in this community's like reasoning for like liking Retro Rewind or DPL or anything like that. And I don't even necessarily disagree with a lot of the complaints. Ah, this track. Recomp is port potential. I feel like 90% of the devices could run Dolphin. Of course, if my community does take issue with that, I can look into changing my mind, but it's just how I feel right now. I told ZPL and DM that he's stupid for admitting it, and that he's put me in an awkward spot, and how dare he? But no, I hope he will. There's nuance to it, and I hope people understand where I'm coming from. I understand where you're coming from, and you know, if there's any problems, let me know. I will think about changing how I treat things. Hey, ZPL. You're not here, you just made this track. This is one I commissioned from him. Whoops. Hey Liam, what's up? Last second around, thought I'd make a cameo. Hey there, how's it going? Playing some Aurora today, want to make sure it works. Can't wait to play it on stream. Hell yeah. Yeah, Musty said probably next weekend is when he's next available to an Aurora stream. Oh yeah, in terms of the recomp thing, I don't have that much interest, I guess. I meant in terms of like Retro Rewind. The Retro Rewind is fully released. It's just the recomp thing is like unrelated to Retro Rewind, it just happens to support Retro Rewind. Any tutorial to play Mario Kart Aurora online? So Aurora is like any other Revolution mod, to my knowledge. So if you know how to play a Revolution mod, it also had its own WeLink server, so you do not need a NAND. You don't need a NAND to join. So if you have Dolphin and you know how to set up a Revolution mod on Dolphin, then that's really all you should need. The mod we're planning to play after Aurora, because next Aurora stream will probably be the last. We're almost at the end of all the cups. At least the last of the me and Mosty series. Afterward, we're going to play CCGP Classic, which is the same, where you don't need the NAND. Assuming he's still down for that. Hey, TDS track. I don't know about the CTR track. I'd like to. I think it's going to be a case where, like, if we get to the end of, like, the cups we have left, and Mosty's like, alright, I'm tired, I'm out. You know, then it'll be like, alright, that's not a big deal, I won't keep you around. If it's a case where, like, we finish and he's, like, still got some energy in him and he would be happy to keep going, then, like, we can do, like, this CTR tracks. But I'd like to. Compared to what I was saying earlier, I only do custom music for Mario Kart Universe. People willing to do CCGP right? Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, CCGP, that's basically what it is. I'm not sure the exact, like, exactly what is allowed in and what isn't allowed in CCGP Classic, but I believe it is just, like, old CCGP tracks. I know Mostly is interested in experiencing some jank and some custom track histories. I feel like that's the best place to go, and the fact that you don't need an NAND to play online means we can easily play with our viewers. Hey Mickey, I'm doing alright. And then if he's still interested in playing Mario Kart Wii after that, I don't know. We'll probably move to Skill Issue Pack. But I don't know. That's a big if. He might want to move on from Mario Kart Wii after. I'm open to the fact that I'm open to, like, you know, playing custom tracks with him for a long time, but, you know, I don't want to keep him playing stuff if he loses interest. It would be fun to take him on a tour to other modding related things as well. Got to get him on Midnight 3. Thinking with the Midnight 3, I feel like he's probably already played a decent chunk of the tracks from Midnight 3 through Aurora. What CC are you doing? I'm just doing 200 CC to get through it a little bit faster. We need to get him on Bitches Bouncer. We do need to get him on Bitches Bouncer. There's a world where Midnight 3 comes out this month, by the way. It's not a world that exists, and not one that we live in. There's a world where it comes out this month. I think you can do another knockout tournament. Like, it'd be fun to do another knockout tournament sometime. Newer versions of Pulsar support knockout, right? Just by default. I think they do. I've talked about it a couple of times, but there's something I'm interested in doing. Is paying for my own, like, custom WeLink region, so I can play with viewers without them having to use a NAND. And then just making packs specifically for stream. And then, like, having them be on that region. So we can do knockouts of various themes. And there's not really a world where Midnight 3 releases this. That'd be mean. I love these Goomba PNGs, they're awesome. The December voting will be done next week. I will have the official Midnight 3 track list by, like, you know, by next week. It'll mainly just be a case of finishing the custom music. I'd love to update it to like a newer version of Pulsar, but I may just use the same outdated version that Midnight 2 uses, just so like we already have the code stuff for that, whereas I'd have to ask someone to make like new code stuff otherwise. I agree, like a lot of these tracks, it would have been cool if they were included. When you do another Kaido track video, so there may or may not be talks about me and Troy doing another Kaido Mario Kart video sometime soon. I may or may not have picked out a batch of tracks for said video and have tested them to make sure that they work. As for when it is, I'm not sure. I haven't, me and Troy haven't discussed a date to record it. But it is something that we have discussed. What up, Hyphen? I saw your I saw your video about fixing Luigi's Mansion. Banger, not gonna lie. God, I loved this track of yours. If it was my choice, it would have been in. We got enough you comment not getting the joke. Excellent. Is Overlook Mountain in the jam video? Oh, nice. I probably would have used Fallen Battlefield because it's like Torture Mountain. Oh, speaking of Mario 64, if anyone here saw the trailer for Mario Galaxy 64 7,000 years ago, MTLand is posting a teaser for Galaxy 64 at some point soon-ish. I don't remember what day. It's not a release date trailer, sadly. We know, but there will be new content, a little bit of proof that the mod has been coming along. And I've seen it. I've seen the video. I've seen it. I saw it early. I've seen it before you guys got to see it, and it's good. You won't want to miss it. It's so good. This is my favorite character. I know it's boring and basic, but I like Funky Kong. But right now I'm playing as Yoshi because, I prefer using the Mach Bike for 200cc. I like water Arctic. It's boring, but like, I don't know. Funky Kong is... I don't really like playing as Funky Kong in the other games he's in. I mean, Mario Kart Tour, I don't like playing as him because he had a bad special item, but like... Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like, I don't... I don't really use them. But this game, no, Funky Kong is Mario Kart. It is so good. Let me tell you something. That was a 5-hour track in Mario Kart Wii. What was the previous one I played? Banger Mario fan games. The big one, I think Mario and the Rainbow Stars is a very good one to go for. It is unfortunately a demo, and it seems they're only releasing it chapter by chapter. So it's either wait 10 years for the full version that may never happen, or play what there is now and enjoy it. I hear there's like chapter 2 might come out soon-ish, so maybe wait for chapter 2. But other than that, like, it's a good time. I haven't finished even chapter 1. But why I really enjoyed what I played of it. I feel like I don't know as many fan games as I should. 63 is obviously an oldie but a goodie. There's one called Paper Mario 3D Land, which is kind of, you know, it's kind of like a hybrid between, I'd say, like Super Paper Mario and Super Mario 3D Land, with maybe like the sticker star art style. I say cross between Super Paper Mario, not as in story. It doesn't really have a story, but as in, like, you know, it uses enemies that aren't just like basic Mario enemies. It uses like enemies from the Paper Mario series. It crashed my computer. Oh, rip. That's a shame. There's one I remember playing. I don't think I finished it. I think I was too shit at it. Dude, I think it was called like Mario Dimensions or something. Wish I could give you more, but that's all I got. Oh, you're talking about Dead Abut. Yeah, Dead Abut. Dead Abut is 6 hours, I believe. That one's a long one. What's the background song? Mario Kart Midnight Castle in the Sky. Mario Kart Midnight 2 Castle in the Sky. The composer did upload it on the channel, I think. Actually, Mario Kart 8? I don't really intend... I don't have anything I particularly want to do in Mario Kart 8 for a little bit. Whenever the next CGP Deluxe update happens, I'll have to play through it on stream. But probably be a main channel thing, but that would be a big deal. There are, like, it's crazy, there's loads of fan games. I'm just like, how many have I actually, like, sat through and finished, you know? I feel like not as many as I should. I feel like there was one, it was called, like, Power Star Frenzy. Or something like that. Again, it was only a demo, but the official version, it got cancelled, so the demo is all we got. I remember that was a lot of fun. I never played that on stream, but I just played it at my own time, and that was a lot of fun. And then, ooh. Okay, I don't know if this is maybe, I don't know if good is the right word, because I didn't play much of it. There's a couple of Mario RPG fan games. Well, specifically Mario and Luigi fan games. But they play kind of like Mario RPG. I, again, don't remember any of the names. But I know that they exist, and I've been wanting to go back and play them. They're kind of old. Someone made a Bowsette 3D platformer. Don't remember if that was any good. There's a Midnight exclusive song. Yeah, this is Grand Archives. Oh yeah, Mario Bros. 1 remastered and New Super Mario Bros. Online versus Online are two modern classics. Super Mario Construct is a Mario Maker like. It's somewhat popular. If you go on the Level Share Square, that's like a website where you can upload and download levels. There's a Yoshi Maker that's supported on there as well. Do it better than that? I don't know. I appreciate that you use the correct name though. Whenever people say booze, I cringe. Every second a Mario fan game creator dares to get public, yeah. A lot of them aren't jokes, people just think it's true. It's crazy. The misinformation's crazy. Boo wasn't it? Yeah, it wasn't new, but like I think the harder times on it are new, and the lost levels and special levels are new to it. Dude, I'd love to see this an update to Weymouth Whirl that has lap changing. Now that we can do that. Like, remakes are, like, do tend to be more at risk of DMCA, so I can understand, like, the concern for, like, the Mario 1 Remastered wasn't completely unfounded, but, like, I mean, Nintendo never did shit about it. Like, they don't care. Even when like, it is a remake and there's a chance, like, that's precedent. A lot of the time, Nintendo still don't do shit about it. Was after one? I feel like they might have said that. I can't believe that. Coming on Steam 2024. Yeah, I think that's the last time I remember them doing anything as well. I mean, they take down a lot of modding YouTube videos. Like, they love taking down trailers. But in terms of actually... oh dear. In terms of actually taking down the games / mods, that's a lot rarer. Like, they took down the page for Mario Builder 64, I think, last year, but I don't think they actually took down the mod. I think they just took down the page. Not sure. Some reason people care how Nintendo feels when it comes to this stuff. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. Very parasocial. Like, they took down a Switch emulator. Maybe more recently in 2024. That's believable. Team hell yeah. Yeah, this is the Switch version. Hello. I never liked this one. Okay, that was a bit ambitious. Yeah, I remember, I've heard about AM2R. There's also, I remember there was a Mario 64 HD remake, like years and years and years ago, that they were like, no, stop that! So there is precedent, but it's just like, you know. still accept. Yeah, exactly. Like. But here's the thing. Between you and me, okay? I'm not going to speak much on it because I think it's better if it stays on the lowdown. At least for now. You know. Just say, like, hypothetically, if we lived in a world where an offline version of Mario Kart Tour is being developed, hypothetically, fan-made one, I think it would probably benefit them to keep it on the lowdown, just in case. Until it's ready to go. Just in case, but... Of course, yeah, just a hypothetical, of course, but, like, you know, yeah. Finally, they made the exclamation mark into a circuit track. Not at all, and no comment. I remember watching prediction videos regarding Mario Kart Tour years before it released. So, yeah. Don't love it. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Tour in the last couple of days. Well, I've been having a bit of a, you know, a brain turn off moment the last couple of days. Mario Kart 4 has been the only thing I've been doing. I've been grinding the fuck out of ranks. No one asked, but I'm probably going to win this week. Me when I'm in a pit full season Animal Crossing, true. True, not Shy Guy, so true. I would be lying if I said I'm not currently planning content ideas. Even though people don't like Mario Kart Tour, I think, you know, if a fan restoration was to be made, it will be huge. It will be giant. Obviously, all the big Nintendo or gaming outlets are going to cover it. People are going to be trying to get it. As long as people have access to it, if Nintendo does decide they don't like it, it doesn't matter. But, you know, they can't stop it once it's out. If it was to come out. Rather than cover the 2 former Nintendo employees, yeah. Tour Online easy. Now, I'm gonna miss Tour Online. I imagine any attempt to revive that will certainly come much later. Tour Online's fun, man. At least when it's something I like in rotation. As long as it's not teams. Like... Oh yeah, this is one I probably like didn't engage with. We'll see. I may switch to versus. I mean, it's not crashing. I mean, I can probably cope. If I squint in this straight away, I'll be fine. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, I'm making a mistake. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe. One thing. We'll lock out, I guess. Okay. Okay. Out of there. Cool underrated channel called Kochu U2 you should collab with. Well, the thing is, I did record a collab with Kochu U2 and she still haven't edited it. We recorded the collab eons ago. I'll have to ask her about it if she's still doing that. A lesbian dash panel, you're kinda right. Can you sing for a Kochu remix? If she ever asked me to, I wouldn't be against it. I heard dubstep before. my sleep is even more. I know I say this like every other day, but on the latest episode of WoW, my sleep is really bad. I've been staying up a lot, like kind of late working since I decided I was gonna lock in on midnight 3. And especially since I got back from holidays last week as well, I've just been like having very long nights just working. And yeah, Monday I think I went to sleep at like 8 AM. Then I woke up at like, well, I guess it was more like Tuesday I went to sleep, you know, but like after being awake during the day Monday, Tuesday, when it ticked over to Tuesday, I fell asleep at like 8 AM. I woke up at 12. Nope, not Monday. It would actually set. What day? Friday. I'm thinking of Friday. I'm thinking of Friday. Saturday. I woke up. Oh, at 8. I don't know. 12. I went back to sleep. I think. I don't even know. Basically, a string event happened where like I woke up and then immediately fell asleep again, and this happened enough times that I essentially slept for like 20 hours. It's like, it's not healthy, but that is what happened. Dude, what's your job? YouTube is my job. One of them content creators. Adventure time. Went to the Nord. I've already done a NordVPN sponsor. It was like 5 years ago. I wouldn't be against doing another one. I do like NordVPN, but it would feel dishonest. I switched to Surfshark. Not because I was dissatisfied with NordVPN. Well, I was like, my phone. It doesn't seem to work with my phone. I was like, maybe I'll try Surfshark, maybe that will work with my phone. It didn't. I was like, well, I'm paying for that now, so. No reason to... Here's the thing, right? With the age verification thing, I don't really mind if a website wants like me to scan my face or whatever. If I really want to access the content, they can have it. The problem is it didn't work, like, most of the time. And then they're like, well, I guess you have to give us your ID. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you that. I'm just not. You don't get to have that. If you're not if your face scanner just conveniently doesn't work because you want my ID, you're not having it, alright? And that's where I need a VPN. Didn't work at an age verification, or didn't work, it didn't say anything. Like, it didn't work as in, like, whenever, like, you try and do it, it's like, an error has occurred. Twitter does that. Only on my NSFW account, my private one. On my main account, it's fine, which is lovely. It's not the account I use that for. Some adult websites work, other ones do not. It's just like, error has occurred. What's that? You gotta use your ID. No, you're not getting that, man. Sorry. I'll just go to Austria. I mean, I used VPN anyway, to be honest. it was very helpful for when I did the AI mods, the GPT-2 mod for anyone who has not been around for that long. I said OG, it's not really an OG thing, but GPT-2 before ChatGPT. It's ethical, okay? Trust me. Don't unsubscribe. It's fine. It's normal. Everyone. Markiplier did them too, okay? Markiplier and Tom Scott did GPT-2 videos, okay? So if you hate me, hate them. Anyway, yeah, they were very good for getting around the restrictions for like credits. Oh, this is some. I didn't even notice that this was a Samantha drop. That's so funny. Yeah, I remember that happening now. But yeah, that's funny. The actual track, true. Improve the visuals. It looks nice. I think the walls are a little bit stretched, but I like the whole gray color scheme. It would be cool to see like the background, like keep the background, but like make it gray. I think that would be cool. And the bug me about Tor, SNES BC2. I assume you mean GBA. GBA BC2 used BC1. Yeah, you can tell the GBA battle castles are definitely definitely cheap filler tracks in that game. Maybe to know a Meta 12 version. I mean, what's really the difference? Is it just like are the ramps in slightly different places? I'll be honest, I'm not a BC2 expert. Oh yeah, and cheap fill track and BC4. Bit grey beige colors like in Tor, but it's not grey in Tor, is it not? I'm pretty sure it's not grey in Tor. It's like orange. Looks gray to me. Are you colorblind? I'm slash Gen. What the fuck? No, that's a bit rude. Not colorblind? You sure? Alright, I'll get a few guys. Maybe we're wrong? True. I'm looking a bit closer, it's not as great as I remembered? Okay. That's a little bit funny. Cause a lopping. I'm joking. Box. Here's the toy box. Remember only finding this because I was like scanning the new pages. I wonder if there's any track that I missed because I haven't been scanning the new pages tab because I'm behind. So the new pages tab are not going to be showing me new pages. Or relevant new pages. Because sometimes stuff just doesn't make it to the news section, which is where I go for this stuff. More like the top than they currently are. That's funny. I do kind of like it being grey though. There. The taller GBA Bowser cars all have like bomb barrels, don't they? Would it be like doable to like steal the landmines from like We Play Tanks and like making barrel models or something? That could be interesting. Built by relevancy thing for CT Wiki so I can find new tracks easier. Sure, I see what you mean. I mean, you can go onto the if you want to like play all the like recently updated ones, you can go to the list of custom tracks and then sort the table. Relevancy is difficult because it's subjective. I guess like subjective which ones are worth playing and which ones aren't. So. Oh, Samantha made the bomb barrel. Oh, cool. My recent download? That would be cool. I think it's hard for them to track that though because the downloads aren't like on site. I guess you could do download link clicks. That would probably be faster. RMX Middle Lake 1, easily the best RMX track. Kid named RMX Donut Plains 1. Oh, I forgot about the funny barrel items. My McDonald Plains kind of enemy bounty leaves it cool to have a cool layout. Sure, that's fair. I like bouncy object levels like Mushroom Gorge and the like. Have there really been any levels where the whole premise is bouncy type platform since Mushroom Gorge? I get RMX Rainbow Road 2, but not as it's not as cool. Not as cool of a set piece. No, Melody Motorway have like 2 bouncy drums, but it's not like the point of the track. Like a lot of like modern Mario Kart track will have like a couple of bouncy objects like here and there. So like DK Jungle, Beacon Heights. I had the ending straight away, but that's not really the same. That's not what I mean. Like it has things that bounce you, but it's not like boing 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 across the mushrooms. I guess they don't do it much anymore, or probably because they stopped making the mushroom physics good. Bounty race, not bounty racism. It's just not this what I mean, not the style of track I'm referring to. It's like, oh, I wish they made a track that's all about, like, being out in the grass, like in Moo Moo Meadows. I wish the whole track was about being in, like, a grassy field area. And you're like, Amsterdam Dash exists. And then assuming you're not talking about Mario Kart Tour. Probably could have thought of it better now. That's the quickest one I could come up with. Oh, you know what? Oh, I wish they'd. I love Toad Factory. I wish there were more factory-themed tracks. That one bit of Mario Kart 8's Bowser's Castle is in it. Moo Moo Farm. This may surprise you, but Moo Moo Farm actually came out after. After? Before. Yeah, no, Moo Moo Farm came up before Moo Moo... Whatever I said, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, World Bowser Castle. It's Factory. Also Toad Factory. It's Toad Factory. I mean, there is a track called Bowser's Factory in arcade. Muro Farm. Great. Maybe the Mushroom Gorge in 7, they do like all about bounty now. I mean, they do, but that's not Mushroom Gorge. You added Mushroom Big Night like that account. No. I think this is the VTuber stage. Kanoko Cave. Kanoko Cave is not official. It is great though. I mean, there's a load of bouncy CTs. There's no shortage of those. Neko Cave, Mushroom Peaks might be hated. Mushroom Peaks 2 might not have hated. But still, I don't love it. Mushroom looks good, obviously. Mushroom Island. Everyone's favorite course, Dom Dom Island. I mean, like, yeah, I guess the Peach Beach tournament count, but that's like... Again, I wouldn't really say that's like synth Mario Kart Wii. Like, that just is Mario Kart Wii. Oh dear. Top 5 Mario enemies. If it's not Shia, you're being mean to me specifically. In no particular order, Boo, Wiggler. Alright, that was Fishbone. I don't know, Fishbone I like as a character in Mario Kart World, because I think it's funny. But I don't know how much I actually care about Fishbone in the other games. Yeah, we got Wiggler, we got Boo. I don't know much about Squiggler. Like, I like him in Bowser's Story, but he's not an enemy there. Drybones is general. No, I don't care about Drybones. Drybones is the most overrated character ever. I'm sorry. Had to be said. Odyssey Central bullying. That is skeleton fish, but I don't dislike Drybones. He's just overrated. And as I said, I think Fishbone is funny in Mario Kart World, but as I said, I don't really care about him that much outside of it. Trasher. Trasher Bowser's Toy Story. He's top 5. Oh god, this on 200. I mean, Cooligans are cool, but no, they're not top 5. I don't know who is top. King Bill could make a case for it. Octo, I don't know. I do like that you can knock their glasses off. I think that's funny. Okay, controversial, but I can't think of anyone else right now. Cheap Chomp. Then I guess if I have to order them, I guess I don't know. Already forgot everyone I said. King Bill 5th, Cheap Chomp 4th, Trasher 3rd, Boo 2nd, Wiggler 1st. My answer will change depending on the day. Jim Chomp not Porky Papa? Who cares about Porky Papa? Jumps around a bit. Cheap Chomp's funny. He makes a no, he did not make that sound at all. He makes like a yawning, like a snoring sound. I don't know how to make a snoring sound. He makes a snoring sound and he's really funny and eats you up. The Goomba King. I mean, I feel like he's more of a boss than an enemy. I do like him though. He's pretty cool. I mean, if we're allowing bosses into the mix, then it means all of the... It means, 4-4 and Recluser are options. And Bowser. I don't snore, and I'm not sure how I would, like, imitate snoring. I'm sure I could, but I'm not sure how I would make a, like, snoring sound. Yeah, I like the piranha ponds here. They are cute. I think this track is very funny. The Waltz like ported a GBA Peach Circuit custom track, and then didn't realize. I don't think anyone realized it was the wrong way until I like pointed it out when I like played it on stream. And then the page got like changed to like mention it was in reverse, and then it got straight up moved to GBA Peach Circuit R on the wiki. And then he made a new Peach Circuit because he was like to fix the mistake and make it backward instead of just making this go backward. Okay, once the stream has been going for 3 hours, I'll see how I feel about continuing. But I do want to kind of end off soon. I feel my stamina is running low. Did we actually go to sleep? Oh no. As I said, I've essentially slept almost all of the hours of Saturday. Almost 24 of them were spent asleep. Like, but my stamina is low. I don't know if I can stream much longer. I was mostly on Team Rosalina. Are you cringe? No, Rosalina is way better than Pauline. Pauline is woman slop. Hey guys, we need another woman for the Mario series. Don't worry, she can still be tall, generic, and in a dress. And have to get saved. Don't worry, that's still part of it. Yeah, I mean, it does look like they tried to make her attractive to people who were born in the 1940s, which, I mean, maybe they succeeded at that. Oh, this is the track that was made with Lego. It was like built with Lego and then they 3D scanned it and turned it into a 3D model. So there's some saying can't wait now, is there? The Rosalina is probably the best of the four. My ranking, because I decided we love ranking women on this channel. Rosalina, Peach, Daisy, Pauline. That was my ranking. The official woman ranking. Rosalina's a 10. I mean, she's not... The problem with Rosalina is I think she's probably... She's either straight... Like, she's probably straight. Or like, maybe she's like open to experimenting a little bit, but like, leans toward a man. You know, that's why, like, you know, Shiva's so much better, because Shiva's not straight. Where's the love for Honey Queen? Honey Queen's alright. Oh, it's this course from Chuck E. Cheese go-karting, or whatever it's called. It's on a sign. Chuck E. Cheese's something. I know it's an official Chuck E. Cheese racing game. I'm gonna be walking over from. I need to play Super Princess Peach still. Is that? I know there's a lava theme from Super Princess Peach that gets remixed in Cloudy Super Mario Bros. U 2. If it's that song, then I'm probably familiar with it. Otherwise, I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, I need to play Super Princess Peach. That one's a big blind spot for me. It sounds surprisingly happy. Yeah, Honey Queen is, I mean, she's fine. Again, unfortunately, I think Honey Queen is straight. But, you know, straight people can be nice, can be good people too. But not my preference, unfortunately. We probably wouldn't work. Due to, you know. Honey Queen did some freak shit, really? I mean, maybe. Maybe a little bit. Is Lubba straight? Lubba is... yes. Transfer. Is lesbian? My assessment of Lubba... I headcanon Lubba as trans mask. Like, because the Lubba that's like discussed in the storybook who had a different name uses she/her pronouns. And then we've always known the character Lubba like as having he/him pronouns, in Smash, like at least in Smash Bros. My headcanon of trans mask, and I think Lubba likes women. Therefore, I think Lubba is straight. Lubba field ace. Sure, I could see this. There's potential in that theory. I'll do another cup, at least. The book is misgendering Lubba. I don't think the book is... I don't think it's necessarily... It could be a case of, like... You know, Lubba was this gender at this time. I don't know. I'm not confident on my theory. I don't remember precisely how it goes, and I haven't even read the full storybook. I just think how it's interesting how when Lover finds themselves, their name changes, finds their true self. Yeah. And we've known them as man this whole time. In that form. I would not refer to a past version of a trans person with their old pronouns either, but I don't know who wrote this. You know, Mario Galaxy 2 came out in the 2010s. Presumably that's when this book canonically would have been written. Not literally, obviously we know not literally, but like, you know, different time. Maybe not as Rosalina, not as woke. You know, don't look at what she was saying on Twitter. She probably did like I think she probably did call like Bowser the Arsler, but like they cut it out because like they know you can't be saying that nowadays. Rosalina is literally J.K. Rowling. Both went. No, I don't know about that one. I don't think Rosalina's transphobic. I just think she had maybe she just needed, you know. Didn't know. She didn't give transphobic vibes though. If anything, she's trans herself. I mean, have you seen how big her dick is in the movie poster? Any of you see that discourse? I'm unfortunate enough to have seen that discourse, though. I wonder if Musty knows that discourse. Remind me. Someone remind me to bring up the Rosalina piece of discourse to Musty next time we stream. I think he does. Yeah, he might. He probably does. Actually, I'll just message him right now. I'm not gonna put any context. I'm just gonna message him. What is he? Are you familiar with the no, chat is asking, no, it makes me look less weird, if you know the Rosalina penis discourse of the movie came out this year, right? 2026. There we go. Oh, I fell down. Don't drag us into this. I'm dragging you into this. I'm not lying. I'm part of his chat. Also, hold on, Dat Sammy, don't drag me into this. I quote from Dat Sammy. You should ask him. That's a direct quote from Dat Sammy. Don't drag me into this. Bro says while already deep into this stuff. Look left, Jim. Never heard of this Discord. So basically, there's a poster of like Rosalina kicking, and obviously as a joke, someone was like, "Hey, this elevated piece of clothing in this position. One could interpret it as not a leg, but maybe she's packing. And then, you know, the internet being the internet, people got really mad. They're like, no, it's a poster, it's a poster, no, that's just her leg, you're such a pervert, you're such a perv, no! That's the Rosalina discourse. And then, like, I was still seeing out my timeline. Damn, I can't believe some people still think that's actually a dick. No, it's obviously her leg. I mean, yeah, you know, people are always gonna not get the joke, and you know, I don't wanna point and go, autistic, you don't get the joke. But you know, some people aren't gonna get the joke, but people are very passionate about it, and that's what matters. Very big, passionate tweets and posts about how you're wrong. It's not. She does not have a penis. It's really not getting to Midnight 2. I need to double check the track list. This feels like it should be in Midnight 2. Maybe I found some excuse to put it in 3. If Deity wasn't straight, I don't know if Deity is straight. I mean, there's Luigi. She'd probably bi. Okay, no, Deity definitely bi. Actually, no. Deity's a lesbian. Proof? She's dating Luigi. If you've played Superstar Saga, you know. I'd totally be the type of person who claimed homosexuality. Yeah, sure. Don't have red shells though? Luigi is called the trans. I think she's slick, but Deity knows and was disappointed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's because of J.K. Rowling. Exactly. SMH my head. Yeah, I agree. I think that if it was down to me, that they definitely would have made it. I think they're really good. And technically, it's down to me, but I do have, you know, integrity. So I abide by the results. Who would be J.K. Rowling in the Mario universe? Belden. Next question. It's like, Canonically, that's already, that's not even would be. Sells books? Check. Is canonically transphobic? Check. Oh no, she didn't sell books, she sells maps. Not a map. That's like a page of a book. Oh, Peach is integrated to shit, absolutely. No doubt about it. We'll do another cup. I think, Peach is basic? I don't know. I'm not convinced. Well, I have a... Okay, my source said I have a friend called Peach, and they are not basic. Therefore, Peach the character... Awesome. Can't argue that claim. Yeah, she's performatively basic. She's like LARPing as a basic. I had a friend named Alex, and she was terrible. So therefore, Minecraft Alex is the worst default Minecraft skin? Sure. Can't argue with that. I don't know if we have any other... What sexuality is Kamek? I think Kamek is regular gay. Because he does the gay voice already, so... So retro. Chin the back, baby. Well, this is like, welcome to the arcade. It's like retro games, but not really, because it's got Deltarune Chapter 2, which was the newest chapter when this came out. And Mario Galaxy. Kahan, definitely. I mean, Kahan is poly. I mean, I guess Mario Galaxy is so retro. I mean, it's older than a lot of games that were considered retro at the time of its release, I think. Can you get through this? Oh, you can. Oh, it must mostly do it, that's true. Sherman Lack, I think it is. Yu-Yo, you have to remind me which one is Yu-Yo Kid. Yoshi in AI Superstars. Gotcha, gotcha. This is another one that would have been in. If I was in charge. If I was more in charge. I did play Superstars. You asked people not to do Peach's birthday cake when you played with friends, right? We would play it sometimes, but it is like noticeably the worst one. If I remember correctly. How far through Taskmaster are we? I am almost at the end of season 6. I've been watching I've been watching it a little bit today. I watched like 2 episodes today. I just have episode 10 left to go. Through the pack. Gotcha. I don't know. Haven't been counting. What cup is it? Blooper cup. Cups are in the same order as they are in Midnight 2. So, oh, it's the penis. Penis minimap. Can we get a fan quag? Sure, you can get a fan quag. King 4 is my favorite so far. I think... Yeah, I think 4 might have been my favorite so far. And to be honest, I'm not sure. I feel like I connected quite a lot with the cast in 4 and 5. Watched Tango recently, I've not seen it. That's with most things. Oh. Well. I'm sick. I do like no fielding, he's cool. Dennis is in that season, right? I vibed with him a lot. Western Woods isn't winning. Who? Starting season 5, nice. I like Ashling a lot. Nish is probably my favorite. Season 5. Do you agree that the rest of the Switch 2 games this year are kind of weak? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that I'm particularly interested in coming out this year that I can think of. I mean, I'm curious about Ocarina of Time, I guess, but I haven't. Oh, I mean, there's any of the Switch 2 editions, but they're not really new games, are they? They're just, like, performance upgrades with a couple of new things. I was right, disappeared, yep. For Metroid Ravenous? What? That's some leak that I don't want to know about. Or did you just make that up? I prefer not to hear about leaks if I can. Not a leak directly announced by the... What? Interesting. Also, just a heads up, if your message had leak in it, it's gonna show on screen, but it's not showing from me because my spoiler blocker extension blocked anything with the word leak. That way I don't get spoiled by like YouTube leak videos and stuff on my recommended. So I'm like trying to like look up here on my OBS preview, but like it's kind of small, so I'm missing. I'm likely to miss it. Fake AI image one time said we'd be getting Donkey Kong Time to Monkey. Amazing. Oh yeah, this Calamari Desert is fire. I do like it a lot. Calamari Desert 2 and the lap changing version both got into Midnight 2, I believe. But the regular N64 route did not. Thankfully, this remake still got represented. Just not the N64 route in particular. DK Time to Monkey, Ocarina of Time, Unreal Engine, Sleeping Link. Final announcement. Wait, N64 intermission. True. Whistle Stop Valley, real. I found a again, I was just looking around old files on my computer, and I found a unreleased, like, I think I was like remaking the Stretch track pack. So I did like a video on like old tracks stretched to 30x, and I think I was trying to make a pack, like a distribution where everything's stretched either 10x or smaller if that just, if 10x is a bit much. Trans crystals, by the way. I don't remember much. I don't think I got very far. I saw Mushroom Gorge was done and the mushrooms were in custom locations. I might have to put that on the wiki. I think someone else uploaded the scaled tracks onto the wiki for me. Because it was before I was really in the community and I didn't really know how to do that. I think they are. I think they're all on the wiki as insert track, but it's 30 times taller or something like that. Chime, the person who made the Talos banner, came to this chance today. Oh! Cool. I could have sworn they've been out of, like, non-binary for centuries. Unless I'm thinking of someone else. But, are they yes binary now? Okay, here's where we're at progress-wise. Special Cup's the last one, so quite a long way to go. I'm definitely not finishing them all today. Oh, that wasn't the end of the cup. My bad. Stupid moron. She's returned. Returned to binary. Cool. I know someone who would be so obviously trans and had apparently admitted they'd been like leaving the family in Poland. Oh, that's a shame. Am I at 150cc right now? That might be. Oh well. Wacky item boxes. Obviously, I'm not very good at detecting what's obviously the best way to go, and to be honest, I'm pretty stupid with this stuff. Is it left? I feel like it might be left. Okay, not the way I went. Okay. Let's do this cup and then I'm probably gonna head out. I think that's a good stopping point. The only strategy I could use to encourage my best people. Unfortunately, I have not voice trained at all, so I don't really have much to share there. One thing that I saw some people talking about voice training. One thing that sounded quite motivational to me. Like, I don't plan on voice training, but something that made me go, oh wow, if I wanted to, that would be like motivating to me. Is like a lot of stuff, like voice training seems intimidating because there's a lot of work all the time. But I've heard people who have voice trained say that like when you get good at it, like that just you're not just training to like be able to put on a good voice. Like that just becomes your voice. So it's good to get your practice in because you know, keep chipping away at it, and soon you'll have to practice not doing it. Well, you won't have to practice. Ideally, you just won't want to, but you know. Any strategies we, the chat, could use to make you voice train? No, because I'm comfortable with my voice. I don't want to. You don't need to voice train to be trans, but you know, if your voice is something that's giving you dysphoria, then voice training would be good to not do that. Or if you're looking to, you know, passing is a concern of yours. For me, like, I'm very lucky in the sense that, like, you know, my job is doing YouTube, so the people I'm spending the most time, like, presenting in front of are, like, you know, gonna be like-minded people for the most part, you know? You know, and when I go out in public, I do get dysphoric, but I don't feel dysphoria as strongly as a lot of other trans people, so I'm totally comfortable just like boy moding in public for a bit. You know? There's like been a couple of times where like some guy in like the men's toilet has been like, yo, wrong one. And like I just don't want any confrontation. I'm just like no, I'll just use the men's because I don't think I'm like passing. Like obviously I pass enough that like sometimes I get raised eyebrows, but like I don't want to cause trouble. I'll just go on the one of my biological sex so I can just boy mode for a bit. I don't really get the dysphoria is not awful. As long as I go in a cubicle. And if someone objects, I'd be like, deepen my voice, like, no, I just look like this. And they're just like, oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Was the reason wanted to do YouTube it? Well, it looks fun. I think it would like someone making videos with like Mario figurines and or plush videos. But I wouldn't do that. And then I did other things as well. You what, mate? You speak any Welsh? Not really. Like we did Welsh in school, but we didn't learn it as a second language. We just kind of like learned some Welsh to be able to pass an exam. Which, like, when I was in school, I didn't really feel any desire to know Welsh. But now I'm out of it. I feel like I do have that desire. I don't know if I have... Yeah, I'm already so overwhelmed with stuff to do. I don't know if I can add learning a language on top of that, but... The idea of knowing how to speak Welsh is an idea I'm fond of. I got an A in my Welsh exam, but I don't know if I would be able to... If I read what I wrote in my Welsh exam, I'm not sure if I would even be able to tell you what it says. Maybe I would. I don't know. Men's bathroom, way more cute. Yeah. Feel exposed. I mean, that's fair. I totally respect, like, even if you're not trans, some people just don't want to whip their dicks out in public, you know? Like, I don't know. I never particularly loved doing that even before I, like, knew I was trans. Does testosterone for trans men naturally deepen the voices? I don't believe... Oh, wait, no, yes, it does. Sorry. Wrong way around. Estrogen doesn't higher, but yeah. Testosterone does deepen the voices naturally, which is awesome. Yeah, my now ex would on it. Is on it rather. Their voice is like noticeably different, which is awesome. Happy for them. It was crazy because they were like, you know, really busy with work, so we hadn't like called for a little while. I was like a different person speaking to me after just like a month of like not calling. Like damn, that's awesome. They have a lot of gender discourse because it's not healthy to be involved in. A lot of catch-22. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to come out of gender discourse winning. The correct take is, do you want? That's the correct take, and you don't really need to go into the weeds more than that because anything else is just semantics. a lot of people who are arguing anything further than that are probably just 13-year-olds on Twitter anyway. You know, last time I streamed with Musty, I told him about like the he/him lesbian discourse, but like really, like no one over the age of like 13 actually cared about that. You know, it's just like, you want to be cool? Okay. That's how most normal people like interact with that stuff, you know. Okay, I think that's probably gonna be me done today. I don't know. I keep saying that, and then we keep getting into like a conversation, and it's like kind of like making me feel more. What's difference between he, him, he, they, them? Well, usually like if it's like two, it can depend on the person, which is obviously confusing, but like. Usually if you see two, it just means use either. For me, I'm she, they. I'm just like... Yeah. If you want my detailed answer, is I don't think I'm fully old. I don't think I'm like fully binary. I think I'm like on the NV spectrum, but like pretty far over. I'm fine with either. I think everyone's capable of being a shitty person regardless of who they are. I mean, yeah. I'd hope so. That is... You know, sky is blue. Yeah, if someone's he, they, it usually means like... He, him, or they, them. You can use either. Sometimes the order matters, sometimes it's like... I prefer he, him, but I'm okay with they, them. That can mean that sometimes. Yeah, that's what it usually means. It's just like they is something you can use for anyone, but they them is like a specific pronoun preference. You know, you can use it for anyone because they them can mean like unspecified. Like it's the gender neutral word, right? But, it's not like... If you were to, like, start exclusively using... Like, if I was to start use he, him for everyone else, but exclusively use they, them for you, I don't know, it's kind of... It's all... Honestly, a lot of it is just kind of vibes. Like, you can use they, them for everyone, but some trans people kind of feel like it's a bit frustrating when they're like, no, my pronouns are she, her. And they're like, they. Like, you know. Like, a lot, like, you can't, like, I like to use they, them for everyone if I don't know, and then when I know, I lock in. And if I'm not sure, then I'll just default to they, them again. I think... Most normal people won't see you as an asshole if you're trying. If they use he, she, they, it probably just means use any. If you're really not sure, just use all of them. Some people like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks everyone for keeping me company. I will keep the playtest going. I don't know when, but at some point. There are cis people who don't want to be they, them. That's true, but I mean, a lot of it is, you know, people who convince themselves that they, them is a political political statement. Okay. Not always. I don't know. Pronoun preferences, confusing, and, you know, just try your best. That's all anyone can ask for, really. See ya.